What's up everybody, Ghostman Gaming here, and welcome back to another video. And here we are again with Korrupt Zombies. Last video I made on this game, I talked about what happened with Korrupt Zombies and where it can go, but I also left out key information and learned a lot of new information. And I know I said that the last Korrupt Zombies video would be the last one with my voice, but I lied. Yeah, I just felt like this new information is worth a new video. But before we begin, why not like and subscribe for more content, or if you enjoy this video. Or not, you know, whatever you like. It's okay. But with that out of the way, let's get into the juicy steak of this video. So last time I talked about the Roblox welcome message when you load in Korrupt Zombies and what it meant. If you haven't watched the last video, here's what it says. Important KZ development update. The development team of Korrupt Zombies has gone through major changes and lost several members. This means updates will be far less common. We appreciate each and every one of you that still play this game. To thank you for your continued support, we have enabled 2 times XP for this week. Hopefully in the future we can release more content updates for you all to enjoy. Signed, the devs. This, in a short, low attention span fashion, explains what happened in decent detail, and isn't exactly wrong. However, this is definitely not the full story. Last video I talked about a Discord announcement left by First2BeBear, lead dev of Korrupt Zombies, about what happened with the game. In the last video I went by straight memory because for some mysterious reason it was deleted. But this time, thanks to a very kind person, if the person is watching this, thank you so much. I actually have the screenshot of this announcement, and I was surprisingly not far off by memory. But this has so much more information than I even knew. In the message, First2BeBear says, "At everyone, it has been a while since there has been a big announcement regarding Korrupt Zombies and its slow development. This hasn't been officially stated, but we sold Korrupt Zombies to Roforco back in November because I struggled to maintain the game's programming side for a couple of months due to college. We tried hiring a few programmers a couple of months before we sold the game, but we didn't have much success. Roforco hired Nick as a programmer to maintain Korrupt Zombies, but recently left due to personal issues. This will most likely mean that going forward, Korrupt will receive fewer updates than before, since I'm the only one who can maintain the programming side. And college is still eating up most of my time. We plan to launch a minor update shortly once my semester ends, and I will attempt to fix some of the bugs created since the game was sold. To brighten this announcement up a tiny bit, there will be a double XP event starting now until Sunday night." You're probably saying, wait, hold on, who is Roforco and when did this all happen? Well, my sweet children, we need to go back to June 14th in 2024, where the company Roforco congratulated the auxiliary studio devs on Twitter, or X, on releasing Korrupt Zombies and saying it was a pleasure working with them. This reveals that they've always had ties with Korrupt Zombies even before now, and that they've worked with the auxiliary studio devs, but likely in a smaller way. But what is Roforco and what's the big deal? Roforco is a company that can be hired to help small dev teams on Roblox games by managing funds, hiring devs, etc. I'm not 100% sure on how this whole thing works, so correct me if I'm wrong on anything. In November of 2024, the auxiliary studio devs decided to sell Korrupt Zombies to Roforco completely due to struggling to manage it. First2BeBear even says that they've struggled with the programming side themselves due to college and couldn't find anybody else to hire. So after fully selling to Roforco, the company hired a dev to take charge of the programming. Roforco owning Korrupt Zombies means that they decide if anyone gets hired. This is bad news, as First2BeBear obviously hints that there will be no new programmer, meaning that Roforco just refuses to hire someone new, or that First2BeBear still has everything, but doesn't hire a programmer. This means that till First2BeBear gets done with college or figures something out, no updates can be made since there's no programmer. But ever since that programmer left, Roforco abandoned the game, keeping it in a state of nothingness, which is why First2BeBear says it will likely be a while for a new update. Now what? Well, that's just a thing, nothing. This game has been placed on a shelf, not a back burner, and is left to get molded and forgotten unless something changes. But I've noticed something, and a few others have as well, that before the last updates, the game kind of gotten stale, and the updates have gotten more and more dev choice and not player oriented. What I mean is at the start of the game's release, auxiliary studio devs would put out polls regarding a major change or update and whether or not players wanted it or something else. This allowed the game to be loved by player control, but this all stopped when levels randomly boosted to 1,000, gun leveling took twice as long, and the cool, sleek, COD-like menu was switched to a generic, boring, immersion-breaking walk-around lobby. This lobby literally makes 0 sense, by the way. Like, what the heck are we in? And who are these people? Everything became so centered around boring customization with no options on anything, and none of this was asked for. The devs never even tried putting out a poll or asking the players what they thought. This likely means one of two things. One is Roforco had more control than I think and decided what updates to put out, which I doubt, or two, the devs became burnt out over the constant updates and development that they just lost care for the game. This is likely what happened, as frequent updates stopped so they can finish town, which took months. I don't know if y'all realize, but working on the same thing for months on end, day by day, for what seems like no reward being gained, makes you really burnt out. The devs likely just stopped caring and just decided to do whatever. This is all hypothetical, of course, and I could be completely wrong. But long story short, Roforco is not in any way focused on Korrupt zombies. They have way bigger titles and jobs, which leave Korrupt zombies to rot. Do you get it? Do you get it? Please tell me you get it. Also, this may be a mistake or lack of explanation, but the Roblox message says devs, plural, while the Discord announcement says only one. This makes me question whether or not the entire team broke apart or just that one dev. Either way, not fun. Breaking news! Something new just came in when I already wrote the script, but a Korrupt Zombies developer, Psychum, has made an update in the general chat on July 6th. He said that a new one-window zombies map will be incoming, along with a smaller map called Happy House that will be like a diner. This is great news, regardless of the time jump and lack of updates. And it may be small, but it's better than nothing. I'm assuming First to Be Bear found some extra time, or that the normal dev team were able to cook up 2 small maps by themselves, which is a lot easier than a full one. Overall, this is amazing news. Take this with a grain of salt though, as we don't know when this update is releasing and the plan after. We are still likely going to have to wait for First to Be Bear to be done with college for full updates again, or Roforco to lock in. If this takes too long, who knows what the other devs will be doing by then. But regardless, can't wait to see the new update to Korrupt Zombies, and however long it'll take. I'm assuming over a month, and probably a couple months until this update comes out. And something I can't really confirm is that the devs don't really care about the game anymore, and that it took the dev 1 day to make the one window zombies map, which doesn't quite add up to the month-long waiting time ahead of us. Again, I cannot confirm this, but it seems very accurate. But anyways, that's it for me. Please let me know in the comments your opinions or any other info, or if I'm wrong about anything. Also like and sub, that would be amazing. And yeah, have a great rest of your day, and I'll see y'all in the next video. Bye bye!